What's up, guys? Brett Okamoto from ESPN, joined today by UFC welterweight Gilbert Burns, who joins me from looks like his home in Florida. Pretty empty room with a keyboard sitting in the back. Where are we sitting here today?
It's just the computer room here. Here, do a little bit of the crypto, trying to getting better on the crypto marketing a little bit. Getting my wife does a lot of things to play. The kids play piano here. Just little extra room.
You got to get some posters on the walls or something, man.
I
Are you like
have
a
to
minimalist or what's going on back there?
because I have all in the garage. My garage is crazy right now. I have all the banners. I got a lot of pictures, all my training stuff on the garage. This room that's kind of a little bit more empty right here. It's kind of a little. We see what we're gonna do here.
Well, always love talking to you, man. The last time I spoke to you, I haven't talked to you since the fight against Khamzat. Is this kind of what you've been up to since the fight? You just hanging out at home, chilling with the family? Kind of, have you taken some time off, or what have you been doing since the fight?
Yeah, I had a little surgery on my hand. Was nothing too major. I had one of my tendons here was I kind of cut. I lost the right word, but I just kind of cut at one of my tendons here.
Mhm.
Just got to repair. I just has been 5 weeks already, and I have 10 more days. Hands already good. I'm doing everything with the hand already. 10 more days to be ready to go back full training. And that was it, just recovery from the hand, spend time with the family, sacrifice so much to get into a training camp, a brutal fight to get ready, like mentally and physically to get ready to those fights, take a lot of from my family. So now we're trying to spend a lot of time with the kids, with the family. And still training every day, but the kids now in the summer, they don't have school. So try to stay more at home with the family and enjoying the family.
Yeah, yeah. I remember again. I haven't talked to you since the fight, but I watched some of your interviews right after, and you were saying that you were happy that the fans liked the fight so much, and that's important to you, but you were disappointed. You one thing that stuck out to me is you said that fight was winnable, and I didn't win it. Is that still how you feel? I mean, you've had some time now for your emotions to kind of settle. How do you feel about the fight now? The same, or has it changed a little bit?
It's still the same, I think was very close for me to win the fight, but I kind of let the judge decide it. What I mean by that is I didn't do enough, so you can make. I think that guy won. The way I want to fight, I want to make sure everybody knows that I won the fight. The whole arena, the everyone that expected, the judges, everyone at home, and I didn't make that clear. I think a couple little things for sure. The guy, he a lot of people don't know, but he rocked me pretty hard in the third round,
Mhm.
more than in the first. The first was a flash down. I was down, but I recovered super quick. But on the third round, whenever I thought I was kind of turning the corner, whenever I was okay, now I get this guy now. I'm gonna start pressing. He hit me very hard with the punch, and he kind of follow up. I'm not even gonna say exactly the punch, but I'm gonna fight this guy again. But he got me very good, and then he did enough to get. He put a lot of my volume, and he tried to finish. After that, I still recover and try to go forward, but I think that little punch that I took, he took the fight away from me. And I think a little bit of because I wanted so much to put a lot of pressure and taking advantage that he was kind of slowing down, getting tired. I put myself in that position. So the way I see the fight was winnable. Couple little adjusts will give me the win. And for sure, I'm happy right now. I'm a happy person. I'm happy with the journey, with everything that brought me here. But for sure, I'm not satisfied. For sure, I want to win. For sure, as a competitor, the victory, the win is everything. Half win, this is not a winning. And for sure, it's still a little bit disappointed. Not with me, not with my training, not, but with the results. And a little bit more work, a little bit more. I will not put the word effort because I put a lot of effort, but a little bit more discipline will give me the win in that fight.
Mm. You recognize though, or do you agree with like that it was good for your career? I know you're disappointed that
Yeah,
you lost, but that fight was good for your career. You would agree?
I agree. I agree because because it's you, not just because of the how big Shimaev is getting and he will get, But to put myself in that position, to be the guy to say yes, in the words in the days that a lot of people want to pick, oh, I'm number 5, I just want to fight 4-3, or and I'm like, you know what? I don't care. It's, no one wants to fight. I'll fight that guy. And I think the availability to like, I fight this guy. I don't care. It kind of changed a lot of people's eyes the way they see me. Kind of they see not what I knew. I knew already who I am, but I think that fight kind of showed a lot of people what I'm doing, what I was doing, and it kind of got a lot of value for the fans, for the whole community. So I kind of like it, but it helped out in my career, but it's still a lot of work to be done. I'm not done. Like I said, the way I'm not trying to sell nothing, Brett. I just feel that we're gonna see each other again. It's not that I don't need to talk. I don't need to say nothing. I kind of, if you see in 3 years, if I visualize and see, I'm fighting this guy again. Less than that, I'm fighting Chimaev again. So we're not done. We're gonna have an opportunity to both guys, to one guy get a finish.
Yeah. Now, I mean, obviously, I would love to see that fight again. And one big thing that would be different about if you fought him again is, again, listening to some of your interviews right after the fight, you said you were so nervous walking out.
Yeah.
And dude, I mean, I think all of us could see that. I mean, there are like even photos of your walkout where you're like, you look so nervous.
Yeah.
You really do. Why were you nervous for that fight?
It's getting worse. I have a psychologist that I talked to her. To be honest, the fight with Kamaru changes that. The fight with Kamaru, I remember, now I can say we trained together. The last train that we gave before that, I got the best of him. It doesn't, I lost a couple trainings, I won a couple trainings, but the last one that we trained hard was at my garage, at my house. And I did very good. And especially on the grappling, in the grappling scenario, I got a couple submissions, and that kind of boosts my confidence so much that it passed the level that should be. Was over. I was overconfident. And on that fight with Command, I wasn't nervous at all. I was just like, I don't care. I'm going to finish this guy. I'm going to become a champion. I was already looking ahead. And then I think that was a mistake. So whenever I went back, next fight was Wonder Boy. And on the Wonder Boy fight, I was so nervous because I wanted the opposite of that feeling going to the Kamaru fight. I want to be nervous. I want to feel, bro. The Wonder Boy fight, I was so nervous. I was just like, okay, that's how I was supposed to feel. Okay, everything went good. I won. Okay, I want to be like that again. I need to have that. I need to have that little fear on me. I need to know that I'm going to a fight and not be completely confident. I need to be that fear. That fear kind of helped me. And then I was kind of going through the same motion, going to the Chimaev fight, but bro, that nervous hit me so hard again. I can't say it was a little bit more than Wonder Boy fight. It was more than Wonder Boy fight, but I think that fight was bigger, so more people paying attention. It was more work, more media, more pressure. But I like it. On the same time, he's a fear, he's a monster, he's a thing that I gotta see every single time, man. I don't shy away. I like to be nervous. That's one of the motivations. Like, I need to have that. We're going to a fight. Let's go. And then I don't want to. That's what motivates me to train. It's not that I was gonna be easy. I'm gonna beat these guys. No, I'm gonna feel freaking uncomfortable. I'm gonna feel I'm not doing it, and then I'm still gonna do it. So that's what motivates me to fight. Like, and I approach that on a lot of things on my life. The competition was always like that. I was super nervous to compete in jiu-jitsu, and then at a very young age, I want to fear that face. I want to compete more. I hate on the beginning, but I love at the end, and I just want to do it again. And I do that on a lot of things. I just got a cold plunge that I'm doing every day in the morning just because I hate. And I wake up and I go to that plunge, and I'm doing first thing in the morning. I go to that plunge and like, I gotta fight that little thing again, then go. It was another thing. I think a lot of people kind of saw it that time, but it's every time it's like that, brother.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know, because I mean, hearing you say that, you almost kind of like, I mean, I think a lot of us from the outside would be like, it's not good to be that nervous, but it seems like you use it as a very positive thing. And I was wondering if you fight the guy again, now that you're familiar with him and you've been in there with him, would you still be that nervous? Because now you're familiar with it.
I want to be that nervous, I'm going to, and I need to overcome that again. Every single fight is a little overcome, is a little win that I have. And taking the Chimaev fight out, two losses before that was Kamaru Usman and Dan Hooker. And those two fights, I was overconfident. Like the Dan Hooker, I was coming from two knockouts. I thought it was going to be a walk in the park, and the Kamaru too, and I ended up losing TKO both fights. So whenever I have those two fights, I wasn't never at all. If you look back, say, man, he was pretty confident. I was kind of a little cocky going to the fight.
Okay.
So whenever I go nervous and it works good and then kind of like perform well, I don't mind. Let's get nervous again. I don't mind.
Yeah, no, whatever works. So now, of course, looking ahead, what's going on, man? Have you talked to the UFC? Do you have a time frame? Like, what are your conversations like with the UFC? What are you guys looking at?
In 10 days, I'm getting clear from my doctor, back in training, hands will be full going, punching, doing everything. UFC kind of interesting a little bit on Jorge Masvidal. That's the fight that they don't want to make it. Masvidal show a little bit interesting. I show a lot of interesting. So I think that's the next one to do it. I don't know when. I think I'll be ready to go by September. And I think September, October, November, that's the latest that I'll wait for Masvidal. I know he got a lot of things going on. He got a couple injuries. He got the thing going with the legal thing going with Kobe. So I'll wait until November. That's I cannot wait more than that. If we don't get nothing done by then, I will move on and get another guy. Anyone? I know a lot of guys are hungry. A lot of guys are talking. Fight one of these guys. But right now, the fight that I want, if you ask who I want, who you want. First, I want the rematch with Khamzat. That's number one right now. Kobe fight is always there. Nate Diaz fight is always there. Masvidal. Those are those are the ones if I can pick. It's not that's not the case always, but if I can pick, so Khamzat might fight Nate, right? I think that's the case. Kobe, I don't think he's fighting. He's been quiet. So give me Masvidal. A lot of respect to the guy, but I think I can beat him up pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of us could look at it and probably come to an assumption on why you would want that fight. But I'll ask you, why Masvidal? Why is that a fight that you want?
I think because he's a big name in the division right now, and then I respect the guy so much. The guy got over 50 fights, and kind of people kind of looking down to him right now. But if you kind of see him realistically, if you've been a fan of the sport, he just lost to the pound for pound champion and for the number one contender. I still think the guy has a lot on the plate. And then I think he's a danger fight, bro. And he's a guy that's going to bring me that nervous again. That I'm walking out, sold out arena, game match down. That's the fight that that fear that I have to walk in, that nervous, it's going to get me going super hard every day. I'm going to wake up and I know that feeling is coming. I want to be ready for it, and they're going to get me working super hard. If you give me another guy that is not that big of a name, that big of a, of a challenge, you're going to get me training, but I don't think you're going to get me as excited as Masvidal. The guy is dangerous. The guy want to try to pull me out, knock me out flat. So I know I'm going to train super hard, and that fight is going to get me motivated and training to put on a crazy performance. I think that's the way Masvidal is the one that I want next.
Yeah. Well, you're showing him a lot of respect, but you did say at the very end there when you were talking about the fight, I think I could beat him up pretty bad.
Sure.
Why do you think you could beat him up pretty bad?
No, that's against everybody. I think I can beat everyone in that division. And I get a lot of respect to Masvidal. Guy, like I said, guy fought on the backyard. Over 50 fights. Everyone remember the crazy knockout against Ben Askren. What did he did with Darren Till in UK? The guy is danger, bro. And the 3-piece in the soda right after. I almost forgot that. Mm-hmm. But the guy, I respect the guy. Guy is a G, but I still believe I can beat him up. I can, if he just a stand-up fight, I can knock him out. If we start grappling, it's not fair. I can smash that guy, take him down, submit him. And I do believe I can beat him. I still respect him a lot. It's just my competitor side, but I believe it'll be a crazy fight. I still believe I can beat him, Kobe, and all these guys, but I want to see that fight with Masvidal. That one is the one that's gonna get me going crazy to a training camp and put in a crazy performance. If we bring that to Florida, then it's gonna be a huge Brazilian community on one side, a huge Cuban community on the other side. It's gonna be a crazy one. If we can bring it here, it will be amazing.
It'd be fun, man. I would love to go see that fight. Let me ask you, this sounds like a weird question. And I almost don't even like asking these types of questions because this is mixed martial arts and you guys are you're in the top 5. I think he slipped down a little bit, but he's still in the top 10. Like you guys are elite. I mean, you guys just competing in any way is entertaining enough in itself. But if you got in there and you felt like you could have your way on the ground and take him down, would you do that? Or would there be a part of you that would be like, no, I'm going to stand with Jorge Masvidal? Like,
I have that guy. I have that guy in me. I have that guy that like, I want to go into a war. I have that Justin Gage, Michael Chandler. I have that thing, that I don't know. I think that would be freaking entertaining and crazy and dangerous for me to stay on the feet. But that's kept me going, brother. I think I do have that. I always talk to my coach. I love the way Justin Gage fight. I want to fight like that. I'm gonna have a fight like that. I always said. You can't ask Henry Daniel. I want to fight like that. And then I got one. I might got a couple more, But I do believe if I take him down, it's not gonna be kind of fair. I think it's gonna be. I think the way Kobe showed it, the way Kobe handled him with the submission threat. But I like the lot of love that I have after my fight. So I think I fell in love with that with those performances. I want another one of that.
Hey man, the fans are gonna love hearing that. I don't know if your coaches and your wife,
no,
and
they not.
Maybe some others are gonna
My
love.
My wife just opened up here. She like.
I mean, I gotta admit, it gets me fired up, man. I would love to see a fight between you and Jorge. You've been talking about, man, 5 rounds, no more of these 3-round fights. You think that would be a 5-round fight, you and Jorge?
You have to, even if it's not a minute. Don't kind of twist that. I'm not begging for please a main event. I'm not begging for it. I just want a 5 rounds, even if the fight is the third one, I don't know, it's the co-main, is the one before, it gotta be 3 rounds. I'm not doing 3 rounds no more, brother. No, like no more. If those, no one's calling me out, but if you're planning in calling me out, get ready to 5 rounds because I'm gonna make that thing on my contract. So next fight, they're gonna give me a new contract and then they say, just put here, I'm only doing 5 rounds. It's not fair, bro. I think about it. If that last fight, if you have one more round, it's not. I'm not being only for me. I'm not saying that for me. I'm saying that for me, for Khamzat, for the guys at the arena, for the guys at home, for the ones that are out. You already bought a pay-per-view. I'm giving you one extra round, like on that crazy fight. Come on, Justin Gage and Michael Chandler. If you had one more round, a lot of fights. If you have one more round, 2 more rounds, like we as a fan and as a competitor, as a fighter that wants, I want my own results. I don't want the judges, especially, I'm not even want to talk about the judges nowadays, but 5 rounds will give me more power to control the outcome of the fight. I can't get a finish. Or the guy finish me. I don't care, but at least is more honest, the results, and the fans just gonna win. Everybody is a win-win for everybody. Yeah. So why not? I just want to do 5 rounds. If I can get 1 or 2 more rounds to decide the outcome, please give it to me. No judge. Come on, we as a fighter, we're gonna kind of give the result, knockout or finish or this and that. One guy's quitting, the other ones keep grinding. That's what I want for my next fight.
I love it, man. It's easy to see why fans are loving you, Gilbert. I mean, you are a fighter. You're asking for more rounds. You're talking about standing with Masvidal, even if you can take him down and submit him because you want to be that guy. You want to fight Masvidal, but you don't want to wait around too long. the last thing I'll ask you is you mentioned a couple of times, like, that's a fight that would motivate me through camp. That's a fight that would get me in camp to motivate me. Are you to that point in your career where you fought for a title? You had that amazing fight with Khamzat where it will take like the right dance partner to get you motivated. Like, do you worry about that a little bit? That like, hey, if some of these bigger fights, for whatever reason, the timing's not right and you have to take a different one, that you're going to have to find some motivation? Like, is that a concern at all?
A little bit. I'm 35, Brett. I'm saying that. I don't know. I don't want to be Glover Teixeira. Nothing against. I love the guy, but I don't want to be 40 something fighting. I don't see myself. I mean, I might. I don't want to. I might, but I want to get those fights right now, and what motivates me right now, like my goals, I want to become a champion. I want to fight the best guys. That's going to get the guy that I fear. That guy might knock me out. That's the guy that they're going to get me going. If he's not a guy, if he's a random guy, for sure I'm not going to say no one's name, but if he's that guy that I will try to don't get, I'm not going to say no, but I'm trying to get a better fight. They're going to get me going, because right now I'm not at the beginning of my career. I'm at the end, let's be honest. I'm 35. I'm not starting right now. I already fought for the title. I want to get the title. That's what get me going. But if it's the fight that is not going to get me close to that, I'm still going to say yes, but I'm going to try to get extra motivation. I'm going to try to get something, because it was never for the money. I want to become a champion. I want to be the best fighter. I want to wear that belt, and new. That's what I want to hear. That's still the goal, still firing me up to have that. But if he's a dude that not danger, I'm not scary, I think it's gonna be easy. I gotta find a different motivation, I still want to beat the guy up. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But to really get the ring, that one that show up on the third round, that one that's gonna come back from adversity, it gotta be a name that gonna put me there, like Kamaru Usman rematch. Let's go. Now we're going. That guy, I need to give it back. Or Khamzat rematch. Colby Covington, Nate Diaz, Masvidal. Yeah, those guys get firing me up right now. I wanna go train right now.
Yeah, man. Well, I don't think you'll have to worry about it. I mean, I think you've obviously, you deserve a big fight. The fans love you coming off that last one. They loved you before, but especially after coming off that last one. So hopefully Masvidal gets healthy, dude, and we can see that fight. Because like you said, he did say on the MMA Hour that he likes the way you fight, thinks the fight would be fun. Maybe he'll watch this interview and hear that you won't take him down and you'll stand with him, and he'll want it even more. So hopefully we can see that fight later this year, man. I would love to see it.
Thank you. Let's do it. I'm down for it.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.